So for the last few years, there's been a basic rule of thumb with drones. If you want the best picture and the most advanced features, you have to go with something that's expensive and pretty large. Now, you could get something smaller and more portable, but then you're sacrificing those advanced features, long range, and decent battery life. Now, obviously, everybody wants to take a drone with them on their vacation. That epic aerial footage is going to make those memories so much sweeter. But do you really want to lug around a giant case that looks like it was designed to hold the nuclear codes? Luckily, there's a new breed of drones this year, ones that have figured out how to minimize their profile and fold up their wings. They're easy to take with you. You can't slide them in your pocket like a smartphone yet, but you could definitely slip them into a backpack or even a purse. All the drones we tested this year were able to deliver crisp, smooth, high-quality footage and had battery life better than 20 minutes. With those things a given, what matters now is a new dimension for drones: portability. The clear standout from this year's crop of drones was DJI's new Mavic Pro. It's by far the smallest and the easiest to set up, but it doesn't sacrifice on features. It has all kinds of autonomous navigation and the best range of any of the drones we tested. The picture it delivers is also fantastic, just as good as the DJI Phantom 4, maybe with a slightly smaller field of view. Now, one of the things that's great about the Mavic is that you can use it with just your phone, just the tiny remote, or your phone and the remote together. And while it is small, it can go up to 40 miles an hour, meaning you can pull off some really tricky tracking shots in some really high-octane environments. Now, there is a downside to being so small. The Mavic has a harder time standing up to strong winds, and while it's trying to stabilize against those winds, it's burning a lot of battery. If you're a professional looking for something that's going to hold up in strong winds and rough conditions, the Mavic may not be best for you. But for the average consumer, it's the clear choice. It has all the features of a high-end camera drone in a far more portable package. The Mavic Pro wasn't the only really portable drone we tested out this year. Our runner-up was going to be the Karma drone from GoPro. Like the Mavic, it has a cool foldable form factor that makes it easy to slip into a backpack. And you can also detach the gimbal and use it as a handheld stabilizer. So it's more flexible than the Mavic if you're going out on a big adventure. In fact, you can also take out the camera and use that as a waterproof action cam. Unfortunately, the Karma has been falling out of the sky. Some kind of battery issue maybe, and GoPro has decided to recall the product entirely. So until they get that sorted out, we're gonna set this one aside. The Typhoon H drone from YUNEEC seemed really promising when we saw it at CES earlier this year, but it's finally here now with all of the promised features, and it's too much too late, in the sense that it's just too big. There's no reason to have a 6-rotor drone that comes inside of a giant carrying case anymore. Now, the footage that you get from a Typhoon H is crisp and smooth, and it can definitely stand up to strong winds. So if you're thinking about going out and shooting on a regular basis in punishing conditions, this might be the drone for you. It can even lose a rotor and safely stay in the air and land itself. But in terms of portability, this drone is a joke. It comes in a huge case, it takes a long time to set up, and it's definitely not the sort of thing I would think about bringing on a hike. We've been doing these drone overviews for 3 years, and the fundamental pillars remain the same: price, performance, and ease of use. So there's a fourth dimension to a good drone now: portability. With something like the DJI Mavic Pro, you have a drone that you can easily throw into a backpack or a purse. You can even fit it into a big jacket pocket. Now, the same thing was also true of the GoPro Karma, but unfortunately, that drone isn't on the market right now. Still, I'm hopeful that other manufacturers will take up this new form factor and start designing drones that are easy to carry, not a piece of gear you have to worry about bringing along with you. In fact, I'm hopeful that by this time next year, we'll have a high-quality camera drone that anybody can slip into their pocket. Like the Mavic Pro, the Yeah, okay, you ready? Yep. And 3, 2, 1. Like the Mavic Pro, the